Hello everyone, and welcome to the results of the screenshot competition. Today I'm going to be announcing the winners. To start off with, you saw the entries, and I had about 40 entries. And those entries you saw at the start were the ones that unfortunately didn't make it into the top 10. So now I'm going to reveal the top 10, but just before I do that, I'm just going to explain the how we judged it. So there was, as well as myself, there was 4 other judges, and that was comprised of gFleka, MagmaBurn, Conradian and D-Box, and they all helped me decide on, because I couldn't decide. I couldn't. I was in a complete kind of, because they were all so good, and I couldn't pick out. I couldn't set them apart kind of thing. So I had to get them to help me. So basically, the first round, we looked at the 40 screenshots, and we discussed every single one of them and their pros and cons. And then we basically had to move 20 of those into the next stage. So we basically halved it. So we did that. And then once we had the top 20, say, we then, we all picked, so all 5 of us picked our top 10. So we all picked our top 10, and the ones the most votes, kind of 4 votes, automatically went through. And then we got to the ones that only had 1 or 2 votes, and we discussed them again to try and fill up the final, the final numbers in the top 10. So all in all, I think it was a pretty rigorous judging that we used to get the top 10. And I'm sure many of you disagree which are in the top 10 and which shouldn't be in the top 10. And there's ones that are, and there were ones that were so close to getting the top 10, but I might have thought they should have been the top 10, but there wasn't enough majority out of the other 5 to think it was good enough. So it was quite hard for me. But I hope that you agree with at least most of the winners, and it was just, the quality was so high, so I really did struggle. But without further ado, let's go take a look at the results. So to start off with, we've got places 6 to 10, and these are in no particular order, so keep that in mind. They're just, because we couldn't order them, they were just too hard and we all had too many opinions, so they're just in the top. So you could say they're in joint 6th place. But all these people will be invited to feature in one of my future videos. And that's worth pointing out now, that depending on the server I can acquire, I might try and invite everyone who entered in the competition to feature in the video. I'm just trying to work out, depends what I can get my hands on. So let's have a look. Now this first one is by ForgeMaster HD, and we really liked it because you get a sense of depth with it. So you've got the astronaut in the foreground here, and he's quite clear and everything, and the background, you kind of have the end of the this kind of drop ship, but it's kind of blurry, and it's and the lighting is great and stuff. So you get that sense of depth with it. So that's why we like that one. It's very nice. So next we have this one by Stonewolf, and the title is Looking for Space Engineers. Now we thought this one was quite well set up, and and it took me a while, like with the writing Space Engineers, I thought it was some kind of neon, but it took me a while to notice that it was just the sunlight, I think, reflecting off the letters. It looked quite cool, and yeah, it's pretty funny too, so we will like that one. So there's that one. So now we have one by Warped Fox, and the caption for this is, "It's when you're most vulnerable that your true self shows." And we like this one because the lighting in it is really nice, and you've got the nice kind of glow of the spotlights and the letters with the logo, and then obviously the really awesome skybox in the background is really nice. We thought it was very cinematic, so yeah, we really like this one. Very nice. Now we have one by Leoncer GT. Now this was the last one to come in before the deadline. It came in just a couple of hours before it ended, and we love this one because it's got first off, let's say obviously the awesome skybox, which adds to it a lot, and then you've got this ship going through this warp gate kind of thing, and you've got some fighters, and we really like the glow, the blue glow of the ring. It just looks really cool, just kind of glowing around the circumference of the circle. So it's just really nice. Yeah. So that's that one. And now the final one in joint 6th place is a one by Xocliw CZ, and this is his cathedral. And again, we like this one because it is just the kind of epic shot of just like a big towering construction, and you got the lens flare, and yeah, it's very impressive. We felt this one had to be in the top 10. So thanks for that, Xocliw. And now we're going to move on to the top 5, which are ordered. So let's have a look. So in 5th place we have Drifting by Enspeak. Now this shot, you can say it's very simple. There's not a lot going on in it. It is just an engineer astronaut floating in space with a nice skybox. But we felt that the positioning of the camera, with the lighting on his front and back, it was all very nicely done. It looked I say professional, but it looked very cinematic. The kind of, and you can kind of get the whole just drifting endlessly through the void of space. So yeah, it was the caption going with it and everything. It did kind of, yeah. It's very nice. So congratulations to Enspeak for that. So now, in 4th place, we have this shot by Troy Barton. Now, we really like this one because it's unique from the rest in the sense that it's taken from a cockpit perspective, and that's really nice with the kind of the dirty glass and stuff, and you get a sense of actually being that cockpit and looking out. But then when we look at the station ahead, you see the two kind of lifts coming out of it. But under those lifts, you can see the interior of the ship, and you can't really zoom in on YouTube, but when you zoom into this shot, you see like the interior of the station with really nice lighting and all the interior. It looks very realistic, yeah, and obviously this picture is helped by it's a good choice in skybox again, and all the lighting is very well done, and that's what makes this shot very nice, as well as the cockpit perspective. So well done, Troy, for that one. Next up, in 3rd place, we have a screenshot by Vermilion, and this shot is very nice, of course. And the reason we like it, because you got the skybox. We'll start with the skybox. It's a very nice skybox, but it's kind of it's at an angle, and you've got the kind of glow from the sun and the lens flare of the thrusters, as well as the kind of sun, and the lighting on it is really nice. And obviously there's the caption, "Bring the horizon," the ship flying. It's a very nice screenshot with the short caption and the lighting and everything. It's all very nice. So well done, Vermilion. Now, in 2nd place, we've got this one, The Fleet by the director, and this picture it's a really great shot. But the reason we liked it so much is because it's so different from the rest, in the sense that we liked it for its artistic kind of style. Now, it's obviously post taking it added a posterized / he made it look like a painting. But I thought that it worked very nicely in this particular shot. And to the right you've got the pitch black, and to the left you've got the bright kind of the planet. Now, so you've got the two ships obviously flying, which is great, and you've got the lighting and stuff on that. You've got the squadron of fighters following alongside, which is all really nice. But it's just like when you look at the planet, like all the swirls and it just looks, everything just looks really nice, and I can actually picture this on my wall, as a poster. It's very cinematic, and yeah, it's just it's an all-round nice shot with all the lighting and angles and everything taken into consideration. So well done, director. You have, yeah, second place for you. So now, in first place and the overall winner of the screenshot competition is this. Now, this is a shot by Evan Baxter 52, and we all loved it because there's so much going on in it. And in this, particular scenario, that's a good thing because there's enough. Sometimes when there's too much going on, you kind of lose track and it's hard to like pick out anything. But this, it's all very nicely done. There's a lot going on, but not too much going on. So let's start off with the foreground. You've got all the soldiers and following some kind of APC, and that's all looking very dramatic. And then coming in the top right, you've got a dropship that's going to be dropping down some more troops onto the ground. All thrusters firing up, and then a bit further back, kind of mid left, you've got this. It's got another dropship which is dropping some kind of jeep APC kind of thing down. Again, all thrusters firing, all looking very dramatic and cinematic. And then in the very background, you see a fighter. Definitely one fighter. Maybe another kind of dropship thing, but that fight in the background, kind of firing, all cannons blazing, kind of thing. It's just everything going on. It's just very, very dramatic and cinematic, and we just loved it so much because the person who, Evan, clearly went to a lot of effort to put this together. This isn't in single player. This is all in some kind of multiplayer server with maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, with at least probably 15 people on this server, and it's amazingly timed. I have no idea how he did it, but yeah. So well done, Evan Baxter 52. You are the winner, and I will be contacting all the winners shortly to get their prizes. And yeah, so thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for all the entries. They were all amazing, and I don't know, maybe another day or another week it could have been completely different. There could have been different winners, but this is what we came to in the end. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about the winners. Maybe you disagreed, or maybe there was one you saw at the start of the video which you thought should have won. I would love to know, because opinions are so varied, and I tried to make it as fair as I could. So I hope that you're remotely happy with some of the winners anyway. So yeah, thanks guys, and I will post all the pictures in some kind of, I don't know, I'll leave a link in the description where you can view them all. But yeah, that's all for this time, guys, and I will see you soon, I'm sure. And as always, don't forget to check out my channel and my other videos, and definitely check out my interview with Marek in the studio if you haven't seen that already. But yeah, subscribe if you like what you see, and there'll be more Space Engineers videos coming in the future. And finally, if you're looking for a good server provider for Space Engineers, you're looking to start up your own Space Engineers server, then check the link in the description for a good provider. So yeah, that's everything today, guys, and I will see you next time.